Exactly. Just funny. Yes, nice. In the Catholic, it's very interesting. It's today. I was pretty good. Experience. Experience. Yeah, I think I get it. Like, I never, it's a very good. Go for every and get it can make it similar or even far. अच्छा very saying not saying they can easily get up and you can't. That way, everyone still can't make up. Others, so later, I am saying they you're easily in the case. So that's it. Porque vai ser mais ou menos. Não, sim, vai. Assim, não deu para journey. I'm very comfortable, but it's my side that I say. It's been very I have to have good love. Hey, I should actually put it in your position. कौन है दोनों को लेडीज के साथ में जाके दोनों को I mean, but what's that? You know, I need a Good afternoon, Behaviors Masters and Ladies. How are you all? Good. How is yours today? Yeah. My name is Shubham and I am the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all in the 363rd meeting of Agnel Toastmasters Club. Before we start the meeting, I want to ask you, is there anyone who haven't watched 3 Idiots movie? Anyone who have not watched 3 Idiots movie? I don't know. Okay, it's good that everyone has watched that movie. Now, do you remember how Amir Khan as a lecturer from the hostel first day? Anyone remember that first day? How he was welcome? He was welcome with his seniors who wanted him to take off his clothes and join his classmates. Right? So, do you know how he handled the situation? He calmly and spontaneously run into that changing room. Those seniors were terrifying him that they will pee on his door every every day in our semester. Then how did he roll with the punches? That time he applied that physics, that knowing water is a conductor of electricity, and he has shown that he has shown that art of quick thinking, right? That is the theme of our today's meeting. And further will be explained by Professor Master. Now, before we start the meeting, there are few ground rules that we following our every Toastmasters meeting. One is please refrain from crosstalk while speaker is addressing the audience, as it may disrupt the speaker. And second is when you are coming late or something like that, then or if you are outside, then please wait for speaker to finish or wait for applause to come. Third is drinking water facility and washrooms are available in the left side of the door. Please feel free to use these amenities during break. And fourth is the most important one. Please keep your mobile phone off silent or just turn it off as it may disrupt your concentration, right? So you have 8 seconds to do so. Wow. Your cooperation in following this guideline is very much appreciable. And I request you all to please stand up for our illustration. We provide supportive and positive learning experience, in which members are empowered to develop their communication skills. Communication is resulting into greater self-confidence and personal growth. With this, I declare this meeting as open and invite our inspirational presiding officer, who is who have 10-year experience in this field and is PhD in electrical engineering. Please welcome Toastmaster Divya. Thank you, Dr. From government management staff of meeting. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the assistant meeting of Agnel Toastmasters class. And in this gathering, I officially announced the start of the meeting. So, how is everyone doing? I hope everyone is doing well with their life. I have one question from all of you. Can anyone tell how many club meetings are left of the present expo? You can guess any number. After that number of meeting, the next expo will take over the club meetings. Any guesses? Only 14 club meetings of the present expo are left. Why I am telling you, I will explain later. If you really want to improve your learning, you want your learning to be exponential, then you should become part of XCOM. Let me give you my example. When I joined Toastmaster and become part of the XCOM, I used to be nervous while coming on the stage. As things moved on, I became the presiding officer, and every meeting I have to come on the stage. I have no option. And over the time, I overcome my stage fear and I gained the confidence. And these things helped me in my professional life. Because of this improved communication skill, and along with that, I also learned people management skills while taking up this role as a club president. So all these things got the attention of my uh, senior officers in BRC, and they started assigning me big projects and big responsibilities. And now I am reaping the benefits of actually joining the Toastmaster. Earlier, only I was a technocrat. I was good in technological aspects, but now I am good in communication as well as people management skill. Now we are left with only 14 meetings. Means you have 14 meetings, you have chance to learn about what are the different XCOM goals. You can explore and meet with the different XCOMs to learn that which goal resonates with you, from which role you can be best benefited. So in these 40 meetings, I will urge from all of you that figure out which XCOM role suits you, meet that XCOM member, learn from them, so that the next time when you take the baton, you perform better than what we are doing at this moment. And you also improve your learnings, be in the communication and in the people management skill. And the theme of today's meeting is the art of quick thinking. We'll ask a question from you, and I expect a spontaneous response from one of you. Please listen to the question carefully. How many of you do not want to become the part of XCOM? So all of you want to be the part of the XCOM next year. So degree education can see look into it. There is one important quote I want to share with all of you. In engineering, there is a saying that if you really want to improve your learning, then you need to go into the field and make your hand dirty in the machines. Same applies for the Toastmasters. If you really want to learn the exact benefits of the Toastmaster, become a part of XCOM. Do we have guests in the meeting? Okay. So let's have a quick round of introduction. Tell me about your name, what you do, and how you get to know about the process. So, I'm going to discuss this now. I saw seeing the Mumbai Toastmasters about
Sangeeta should be doing your workshops. Yeah, that's the time to see. So I learn something. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for adding. He is also the winner of divisional level Winter Speech Contest Toastmaster Former. Now I will invite on the stage Toastmaster of the Day. And before that, let me give a brief introduction of Toastmaster of the Day. He is a finance professional and he is into the Toastmaster from last 1 year. He joined the Toastmasters to improve public speaking and his hobbies include swimming and cricket. He is one of the smart Toastmasters and he is also helping us in all the way possible. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I hope today you're ready to put your minds at work because today's theme is the art of quick thinking. Now I know sometimes we are in a situation where we have to think spontaneously, whether it is in spontaneous debate or being on a date or anywhere else in the world. Quick thinking matters. It is not just a skill, it is an art. And like every art form, it gets better with practice. So today, while preparing for this session, I had two options in my mind. Whether I should do this theory packed, jam packed, why it's important, blah blah blah, or else the other option was to make it an activity based session. I chose a mix of both, activity and theory both. I would like to you must. So for today, we'll explore how to make our minds work for us, stay calm and composed when we have to give a quick response. I have a presentation over here with me, and it's a series of images. I like to call this activity as Let's Link Up. I would need all of your attention over here. There would be a series of images displayed one by one. I would like you to link up those images if possible. Just make up a story. And it makes sense because I have chosen. Shiva, please. First image is a cat. Pizza. You can guess it. Fourth is confusion. Fifth is alarm. Nice. Can anybody make like link up from the images? Would anybody like to? No issues. We'll have to improvise the game over here. So the game would be called as my actual thinking was that it would be later. So now I'll improvise. The game would be called you have to memorize the images which I'll be showing. Okay? Can we do that? Oh, that's okay. Sure, please. Okay. That ball. That's it. What I by band happiness stable. Yeah, okay. I don't know what the band happiness here. That's not the correct. It's not the correct figure, please. I don't know the cricket is in this. You are linking it up. Yeah, please. I don't know the cricket is in this. The band are all in Gujarat. And they was the last one. I was like, take the answer, sir. People doesn't. You have to. Yeah, please. Normally, we had an idea of planning alcohol with this, which resulted in happiness among the citizens. We also use the like happiness. Yeah, take that. So we have again a series. Also, should we play like linking up or just memorizing? What do you guys suggest? Like, because this series has a image of eight images, so it might get a bit hard. So what do you both? Both okay. If anybody links it up, then 5 others will go with memorize. Okay. Sure, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should I go slow? Yes. I'm sure, please go. Maybe asking from her. Yeah, please. Go on. Go on. No one. Go on. Go on. Go on. A bit fast. A bit fast. Well, would anybody like to link it up or have it memorized? No one. Would anybody like to take a try? Yeah, please. Yeah, because no one is raising the hand. In one photo, you raised a hand.
Right? Yeah, please, please. I'm waiting for 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah. First image is fine. Second image is when pass on yellow. Third one is when completes. Yeah. First one is round. Okay. Next one is crocodile. Centimeter. Next one is airplane. Quick. Next one is green wheels. Sound. Last one. Officer paid. Yeah, last one was focus. Thank you so much. I was. But when I had to wait. So. Yeah, I contribute. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Moving on to the agenda of today's session. Any Toastmasters meeting is divided into three segments: prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluation. But for today, it is tweaked a bit. We have an educational session by our very own Toastmaster Sangeeta Shruti. So for today, we'll be having two prepared speeches, followed by educational session, then table topics, and lastly, the evaluation. Without doing any further ado, I would call someone who is an excellent orator and has been a Toastmaster for a couple of years. I would like to call Grammarian for today, Toastmaster Parikam.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
As a grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to the speaker, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take the note of any improper usage of language as well as outstanding usage of words, quotes, and sayings or thoughts. As a grammarian, it's my duty to introduce the word of the day and the phrase of the day. So the word of the day is spontaneous, which means without meaning planned. The sentence formation or the usage should be I spontaneously took the role of grammarian without asking any question to Dharmesh. The phrase of the day today is roll with the punches. The meaning is to adapt to difficult circumstances. I have learned the usage or the meaning of the sentence formation of the same is I have learned to roll with the punches after joining Toastmasters. Each and every speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day and the role of and the phrase of the day. I will be giving my report when called up. Thank you so much.
Now I would like to call someone who's into project sales and has joined Toastmasters for improving his public speaking skills. Please help me welcome our timer for today, Toastmaster Chase. Our counter for today, Toastmaster Chase. On the our counter for today. So my duty would be to count and listen to all of you and exact words like or filler words, but like so a and then filler phrases, I mean, those things, and extremely long pauses. So these are something which we would like to count and give you as a feedback at the end of the session. So that's how. Moving on, the last pillar, I would like to call upon someone who's a global demand planner and again has joined Toastmasters to improve his public speaking skills. It is like his first time being a role player today. Please help me welcome Tanmore Toastmasters. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Ajay. Good evening. I am Toastmaster Sandeep and I am the timer of the day. Quick thinking often requires quick action, spontaneous action. Because because the time waits no one. Time is like this paper plane. Once it takes off, it's gone. And there's no coming back. So, just like this paper plane, our speeches must be go smoothly, stay on track, and land at the right moment.
As the timer, I will help you manage your time effectively. For prepared speeches, allocated time is varies as per the projects and explained by the evaluators. For table topics, time is 1 to 2 minutes. For evaluations, time is 2 to 3 minutes. For today's educational session, time is 60 minutes. Speaker must meet the specified time limit to qualify for the awards at the end of the meeting. I will display the green card, means you have reached the minimum qualifying time. Yellow card at the midpoint of the qualifying time range. That means it's time for you to prepare for the closing. And the red card at the maximum qualifying time means you must continue. Prepared speeches and evaluations have a 30-second grace period before and after the allocated time. And the table topics have 30 seconds only after the red card is cleared. I will report the speakers exceeding these limits will not be qualified for the award. I will report the time taken by the speakers during quarter. Thank you and over to you.
Moving on to the prepared speeches segment, I'd like to call upon graduator number 1. And she is a content creator and has been in Toastmasters for a couple of years. Her interest includes in yoga. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Amrita.
Good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to evaluate speech given by Toastmaster Shashank. Shashank is delivering level 1 project from pathway participant influence, and the purpose of this project is to writing a speech with a purpose. And time, please note, time is 5 to 7 minutes. All the way to the Toastmaster Shashank and back to Toastmaster.
Moving on, please help me welcome someone who's an engineer. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Shashank Kamatkar. Toastmaster Shashank, curiosity, a double-edged sword. Curiosity, a double-edged sword, Toastmaster Shashank.
So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever been very curious about something? I mean, really curious that I want to know or I will die. So, few years ago, I was a kind of person who is very curious in everything. When I was a kid, I used to ask my parents questions till they beg for mercy. When some workers came at our home for repairs, I used to observe them and ask them questions to know about their works. And seeing that my keenness in understanding, my sister-in-law used to tell my mother that he will not die hungry. He will manage something in market and stand in market. So going forward, when I grew up, I realized that curiosity is a two-edged sword. So let me tell you a story. When I was a kid of a 9-year-old, I used to go with my parents to the marketplace. One day I saw a showcase made up of glass. So curiously, I asked that shopkeeper how it is made up of. So humorously, he told me that I have made it from the incandescent bulb. So, thinking about that, I came home and with the curiosity, I determined that I should also make one showpiece with the help of LED bulbs at the home. So, being 9-year-old guy, I took a LED bulb and a stool and started experimenting. My job was to actually job was to separate the glass part from the metal base of that bulb. So I started hitting that bulb slowly, slowly, with a cautious pace. But as it is not getting broken, I hit it hard and the bulb shatters. The long piece of glass was lodged in my hand and it was started bleeding. My family rushed me to the hospital. So this incident took me on a learning journey that curiosity is a great thing, but trying something without full knowledge is dangerous. So as I grew, my curiosity also intensified with me. In school, I used to ask various questions to the teachers. And me and teacher, while discussing all of the class kids used to enjoy, not because of the our discussions, but because the teacher, the attention of teachers is being paid only on me, and all other class can take advantage of that. So going forward in younger ages, I realized that curiosity can be a relationship killer too. So there comes another story. This belongs to Mira when I joined my corporate. In corporate, we three were the best friend of each other. We were used to enjoy every situation together. We used to hop together. We used to dance together. And somehow, going through the things, we realized that one of my friends is very introvert. And he used to tell me the stories, his happiness, and parts and tricks. Being curious, I used to ask him a follow-up questions. At start, it was true as a caring nature, but after some times, it turned to be a frustrating for him. My another friend used to tell me that why not give her space? Why not to give her space so that if she doesn't want to tell you something, uh, then let it be. But I being curious, I ignored his advice and started going to her friends to get more information about the missing pieces. So suddenly, uh, after a while, I learned that this curiosity ruins our friendship and we got apart. So this time I learned the second lesson from the about the curiosity that any relationship needs space and understanding and doesn't need curiosity. Things will get evolved by with time and we will get to know what we want. So the moral of the story is that curiosity is a good thing to have, but it should be used wisely. So, secondly, relationship doesn't need curiosity, but space and understanding. And thirdly, don't try anything with half knowledge. With that, the conclusion of the story is that curiosity is a double-edged sword. Use it wisely. So, be curious, be wise. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shashank, for giving that excellent message. Moving on, I would like to invite, there is a 1 minute silence for giving feedback. Then invite someone, owns a design firm, is an author, and also is a distinguished Toastmaster. Please help me welcome Validator number 2, distinguished Toastmaster.
Good evening, everyone. Toastmaster Rajesh has a very interesting pathway, which is about humorously speaking. And this project, its purpose of the project is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. So, basic speech, how to organize and write and deliver a speech. Time please more as 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Rajesh.
Now I would like to invite someone who's an entrepreneur and had joined Toastmasters for improving his public speaking skills. Please help me welcome speaker number 2, Toastmaster Rajesh. Page 59 going on 50, 49 going on 50, Toastmaster Rajesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Once I went to a government office. And the girl sitting there, she was entering some of my details. She asked me, "What is your age?" I told her 25. She looked up and smiled. Sir, आप मजाक कर रहे हैं. I said, नहीं, मेरी उम्र, मेरी त्वचा से मेरी उम्र का पता ही नहीं चलता. Anyone remember Santu Raya? Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, I'll be turning 50 in some time, and I want to give you a glimpse of my life at this age. You constantly remind yourself you are not getting old. How can you? You are still and always be younger than Aishwarya Rai. You look at those who are elder to you and take pride in their achievements. Bobby Deol ki acting. Wow. Modi and Shashi Tharoor will keep inspiring you for years to come. And when you hear about people like Salman Khan still wanting to get married at this age, you get a slight satisfaction. Just imagine what would dating be at 50? What would be the idea of a romantic outing? Going for annual medical test together? Or what would be, how would you check compatibility? तुम्हारे और मेरे मेडिकल इंश्योरेंस के प्लान एकदम मिलते हैं. We are made for each other. Recently, I took my car to a petrol pump and I asked for gas. So the attendant, he asked me, "Do you know the meaning of gas?" I said, "Yes, CNG." He said, "मैं उस गैस की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ. आप 50 के हो जाएंगे, आपको मालूम पड़ेगा गैस क्या है." Your body doesn't listen to you the way it used to earlier. So when I wake up in the morning, my children, they ask me, "Why are you playing tabla?" I said, "I am not playing tabla, it's my phone's tracking." You gain weight just by looking at food or thinking about food. So when Shakira dances to Hips Don't Lie, you feel she is looking at your hips and she has written the song. And then throughout your life, somebody or the other would have told you, develop a spine. That doesn't happen. Anybody? Usually it happens to mates. Okay, who tells you? Wife, mother, politically inclined friends. Yeah, at 50 you solve this problem. You develop a spine. But it manifests in a very different way. You can't bend your back. So the greatest distance in the world is not dog food, so food. It's the distance between your hands and the floor, which you can't surmount. You will do anything and everything to avoid bending your weight की हड्डी. सर कटा सकते हैं, लेकिन पीठ झुका सकते नहीं. So this may give you a feeling that it's all doom and gloom. at 50, but actually it is not. Because I just told you the problem, but there are lots of benefits as well. The first thing is you should learn to accept yourself. All the gray hair that you have accumulated over the years, so long as you still have your hair, it gives you a lot of wisdom. And that brings a lot of peace. So imagine you want to give your wife a necklace. You go and go to the jewelry shop, pay the money, and then you realize after leaving that you forgot to take the jewelry. So instead of picking yourself or cursing yourself, you calmly go back and take it. You accept that sometimes these things happen. Don't fret about it. The second big benefit is that you get a magical power. And that power is the ability to sleep anywhere at any point of time during the day. You can't imagine here standing in front of you, I can sleep with my eyes open. Yes. Imagine a situation. Your boss is yelling at you and you press that secret button. Go to sleep. Go into energy saving mode. Things will take care of itself and you will be out. So your middle name becomes this too shall pass. And one more benefit that you get at this age is suddenly things become clear to you. You become very intelligent. You are able to understand those things which you could never do in the past. There's just one caveat, this doesn't involve technology. Anything that is related to technology, even a toddler would do better than. So, in effect, I would say there are positives and negatives of aging. And I would say that the positives far outweigh the negatives. So I look forward to turning 50. And I've written a poem which I would like to read out. This is based on the sound of music. You are 40 man going on 50, baby, you're not getting old. Despite the gas leaking bones and flap, this time of your life is pure gold. Your life is still an empty page. There's space for writing so much. So keep fueling your ambitions. There are plenty of fish to catch. I am 49 going on 50. I'm not afraid of my age. I welcome the wisdom and the brilliance. I won't abandon the stage. I won't take company of those who have given up in life, but be part of a livelihood who made me live. I'll feel alive. And that's why, my friends, I joined this process. Thanks.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajesh, for giving me an insight how to in my 50s. There is a 1 minute silence for the feedback. Silence. Moving on, we have the much awaited educational session. I would like to request each one of the listeners that as you listen to the speakers, notice how they handle the impromptu pressure, how they respond. That will benefit in the art of quick thinking. Without any ado, I would like to invite someone who's a finance professional. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Sangeeta Shah.
But we don't have to. Toastmasters, friends, guests, Namaskar. I am Sangeeta Shruti. Next 1 hour, we are going to indulge in impromptu speaking. Learn, practice. I'm a great fan of Simon Sinek, hence I'm going to borrow from him and begin with the why. Why impromptu speaking? Any answers? Any impromptu answers for me? Because we face a situation in real life. Okay, situations in life.
Well, I'm sure your wife will always ask you something if you don't know the answer.
Okay, I'm going to opt for Mona. It helps critical thinking. Why table topics? It helps you think quickly, think on your feet. It helps you with confidence. Nothing gives us confidence than facing a situation and coming up. Saying 4 lines will keep you powered all through the week because you knew you did some. It enhances creativity. There'll be times you know, times you don't know, times you have to accept you don't know. It helps the art of building conversation. Can we? Thank you. So it builds the art of building conversation, getting to talk. Big misnomer out there, I heard quite a few places this year is to say table topics teaches you to talk. You get any topic and you talk anything that comes to your mind. No, you don't. You talk what is relevant, what is effective, even if you're thinking on your feet. And that is the art that we are going to master. It teaches us to network. Whether you're a salaried professional, you run your own business, you're self-employed. It's very important who you know, and that helps. When you know how to make conversation, talk to someone, it helps you network. Of course, there are other applications to making conversation, more amorous ones, which I will not spoke about. But I will stick to network. It helps you conquer fear. Nothing helps you conquer stage fright like a table topic session. Just come on stage, face whatever there is, give a speech and go. Trust me, next time you're coming in, you're going to be that much less. Test it out. Work for me. Table topics has all these benefits to do, something that we would like. Now, like I said, table topics is not about talking anything on a topic or just saying anything because we're talking about networking, we're talking about professional setups. You need to be a person who can make and Toastmasters, oh, I'm so very good, my face. Thank you. So, you have to be a person who knows how to talk relevant, right? Talk what makes sense. How do you do that? You do that by stocking yourself up, by using what is your fuel. Some things that you can use is read, obviously, but read what? News,
Non-fiction.
non-fiction, only short or inspiring books. You need fiction to learn to express. You need non-fiction to gain knowledge. You need quotes. You need stories. You need opinion pieces, editorials. You also read news, current affairs to keep yourself updated, to be able to pick up tidbits when you're talking. One way to do is also to listen to podcasts. Maybe if you can't devote time to read, listen to podcasts. Again, opinion pieces, interviews. These things will add to your stash of information. You write. Writing helps you compose. Every time we write, I recommend writing every day, even if it's just 1 page of journaling. Writing every day teaches you to compose. You may listen to 10,000 people, you may understand 10,000 ideas. When we sit down to put something, so often we draw a blank. I am a member of the Blank Association. Give me a pen in my hand and I don't know what to write. Keep practicing writing, we learn to express. That peters down when we start talking. This is a great feeling. Finally, bite the bullet, or should I say, roll with the punches, get on stage and practice. Once, twice, thrice, keep coming on stage and practice. This is how you build fuel to be a good table topic speaker. Let us go to how we. How can have multiple strategies? How can have multiple ways we do? We'll go with one set first. First thing is to listen. Listen to the topic or listen to what you want to talk to. This can be slightly tweaked in life situation and say, Understand what you want to talk to the other person about. First. Secondly, pause. Once you've heard the topic, pause. You can take a couple of seconds pause on stage. One tweak here I would recommend is have an update. If many have noticed, I come on stage and say Toastmasters friends, Namaskar, I'm Sangeeta Shruti. Gives me 2 seconds. Prepare opening if that helps. But if that is not to interfere, thinking, take a clear pause. Works. Confirm the topic. Many times audience hasn't heard the topic. Even if they have, you confirm the topic so you know where you're starting from. You get another 30 seconds also. This is one way to do it. 10. Make a clear, confident presentation. I was at a club and they had appointed one person we know as a table topic evaluator. And one point in his evaluation I remember was to say, if somebody says something with roots of confidence, even if that person is not really saying something we know, we tend to believe that person. So if you are feeling confident, first, state what you want to state clearly. Don't get embroiled in multiple ideas in different directions. State clearly. And a table topic speech is still a speech. It needs to have a beginning, a body, and an end. Yes? So it has to be structured like a speech. So this is one way, or what the TI calls 5-step formula to approach table topics. Yes? What are we practice? Because it's the food technique. I'm taking this off just because I don't want some reference point for looking at the speaker here. Yes, can we have volunteer for table topics? Today there's no question of saying Toastmaster, they all Toastmasters in names. Yes, Vishwa. Toastmaster Ishwar, if I lost my mobile phone, Toastmaster Ishwar.
Well, very good evening, wonderful colleagues, fellow Toastmasters, and yes, I don't know what I would do if I lost my mobile phone, but I surely do remember an anecdote from my own life where I lost my wallet, and it's one of the most hilarious things that you would probably come across in your life. All right. So this is around the fag end of my 5th year. So I had my uni for 5th year. I didn't repeat a single year. Don't worry about it. It was for 5 years. So actually 5 years. And the fag end of my 5th year, I remember hanging out with a couple of my friends, can't really count, in Vile station. And I was about to board the train. As I was about to board the train, I felt it felt a little funny in my back. All right. And we were set to get down at Andheri. The moment I figured out, and it didn't take me 10 more seconds after I got out from the train, only to figure out that my bag was still open. I figured out that my wallet was missing from the song. Respect. We got on, entered the McDonald's, just called my father, and I was like, frankly, in Tamil, I just told him that I've lost my wallet. What I was supposed to do? Well, he was like, idiot, just go and block your card. That's what I did. And after a few days, cut to maybe a week or so, on a parent weekend, a family doctor of ours calls us. It's like, well, there's one individual, a certain so and so from Andheri, calling me, and telling me that he has a wallet. I was over the moon. But at the same time, I was so skeptic. I didn't know what to do. Right? And then I spoke to this person, this individual who had called my family doctor, because his card was present in my wallet. And as I was talking to this individual, he said that look up this one article, which is from Times of India from the year 2006. I'm an individual who actually does this full time. I volunteer with the kids, the underprivileged kids in the train station, and they scour for these lost material, and then they somehow try and find the individual who lost it. I brought the wallet. 2 weeks later, I lost it. Well, I'd love to finish the story, but I think the timer is showing the red card.
One thing I always do to practice table topics is called alternating. When I hear a topic in some given a speech, I try to think, could I have attempted the speech differently than an alternate take? So today let's all do that. Any alternate take on this? If I lost my mobile phone? If I lost my mobile phone, first what's the story? No, you don't have to give me a speech, just in one line or 5 words, tell me your alternate take.
My alternate time my wife lost her mobile. Came back holiday and then it was found in the security and how we
Okay, again, it's a personal story, but not about us, about someone else. Good. Any other alternate take? How would you attempt this topic? If I lost my mobile phone.
Block my
Yes.
SIM card. Block my SIM card first. So that OTP will not come.
The jugglery with attending the police station to launch an FIR. Yes.
Police. So getting in the experience with the police. Yes, again, personal story.
I've been trying to get a break from office for a long time. This gives me an opportunity.
Bravo. You would enjoy the absence of technology of the mobile phone. Brilliant. Any other alternate take? Alternate take? Yes, Mahima. It's a new phone I want to buy. Opportunity. You see, when you think alternate takes, how many different ways you can approach a topic. Yes. I would have said if I lost my mobile phone, my first reaction would be panic. And then build on panic. Or how panic makes you think or not think. See different alternatives. You can go back to thank you. Now, can we have one more speaker before we go ahead?
I just want to say that
Alternative, yes.
you are just thinking that aesthetic and insurance.
You should have taken that. So, if only kind of thing. So, any topic you could attempt it, if only path. So, what people would have thought when I'm not in touch with people, like any number of thoughts that people, what others thought when I went off grid. Yes, that's a very different thing. Yes, perfect. Can we have another speaker, please? Check. I'm past table topics champion. Last year table topic champion. Toastmaster Parita. Toastmaster Parita. Celebrations according to me. Celebrations according to me, Toastmaster Parita. Good evening, everyone. So when people kids, what was the types of celebration we usually thought of? Can I have answers for that? Festival,
Birthday party.
birthday party, yes. Anything else?
Summer vacations.
Summer vacations, anything else? Like going to parties and even for celebrations, please.
April and
Great, exactly. I'm coming somewhere there. So, for me, the celebration is something when I copied in the exam and I was not top. And in that exam, I scored 3 marks. That was a celebration. Furthermore, I did not do my homework. Okay? But I somehow pleaded and tried to make stories and I was able to convince my teacher. And for the point of celebration, when the note did not go to my parents, and I just lifted my collar in front of my friends. See, I did. You can also try once, but the friend was caught, and I was just chilling, pill, and having a pain of it. So, friends, we can celebrate any small gesture which makes us happy. You need not have Diwali, Holi, or any other wedding celebration. Last thing that I wanted to tell you is I have been to a temple. Now, usually when we go to a temple, we remove our shoes. Don't we? Yes. So I removed my shoes and the shoes got stolen or was not there anymore. I was thinking what next to be done.
I made a funny face and I just thought, why not I take the other shoe because there is nobody in this here. Look at it. I quickly wore somebody's shoes and I started walking because I wanted to go barefoot. When I reached home, my mother asked me, "This is not your shoes, it's not in the garden." I said, "Oh, this is your garden." Oh my God. She went home, she went to the temple, she left the shoes back, and that was the time of celebration for me. Friends, celebrate small things in your life because you never know, big things might not come to you. All things. Alternative. Celebration to me.
Sign on the plan. Sign on the plan if you have made.
Staying on a plan we have made is a celebration. Alternative.
Because I think celebration with life, it's getting moment is just life. Life itself is a celebration.
Life itself is the celebration. Okay, a philosophical take. Very nice. Alternatives. Come on.
Unplanned somebody place. Teasing your sister is a celebration.
Teasing your sister is a celebration. Please tell your sister.
Play a prank.
Playing a prank on someone is a celebration. So what are we doing? We are defining celebrations in different ways. Yes? Any other alternative?
Your curfew getting extended by 30 odd months.
Curfew getting extended by 30 minutes. So again, we are defining celebration. Now don't define celebration. Think of something else. Helping hand somebody is a celebration. Again, we are defining celebration. Can we think of something else?
Unplanned sick leave when you are not sick.
Applying for sick leave and getting it when you're not sick. Again, we're defining celebration. One more sunrise. Gratitude as celebration. Now you see, gratitude is celebration. I would say celebration as a mirror of how an economy or a society has functioned or changed. So we're not defining celebration. We're using celebration to talk about something else. So two ways we can approach. Either you take something, you define it, give it meaning, or you use that as a crutch to talk about something else. Use that as a prism to talk about something else. Yes, talking about this, let us look at some more approaches that we can use. Three simple things every table topic speaker should use as their approach is firstly, to be confident on stage. Being confident is not rash. Being confident is just being calm and saying what you're saying. Secondly, brevity. Unless we are brief, we will never have a conclusion to our speech because the body will get extended till the red covers. So have brevity. If I want to connect it to life, nobody likes a person who comes to you, says hello, and gives a 7-minute speech. Don't be that person. Be brief in what you want to say. Again, brevity also helps us practice being to the point. Thirdly, sincerity. You don't know about something, say you don't know about something. Imagine the nightmare that Toastmaster Dheeraj is the table topics master and he gives me a speech saying latest development in laser technology in America. Hey, what? Laser technology? Don't know, spin it. Say something else, but be sincere. Don't try to make up. Because the audience is definitely not foolish. And the person you're speaking to in real life is not foolish. If you're not sincere, you will get caught. Right? Little bit of tricks and tricks. How? A little strategy we will talk. You get a topic, take a forward against stand. That was if all these strategies, if they suit the topic. Right? We will also practice. You get a topic, take a forward against stand. Otherwise, take my favorite, the chicken or egg rule. So this leads to that and that leads to this. Lately, I had a topic which says with aptitude or attitude, which is more important. So one leads to the other. Make it, but if you can, involve the audience a little. Talk of cause and effect, X happens, Y will happen. Like the topic about mobile phone getting lost. Somebody says it is peace, that is the effect. Somebody says others will get disturbed, that is the effect. Cause and effect. Fix it on a word. If you get a topic where you don't know how to get it, fix it on a word. Pick a word, talk about it, then go to the other. These are different ways in which you can attempt or use as strategies. Right? Now let us practice these strategies. How do you do them?
And the question is, somebody's come here and got a topic, and in 2 seconds you're expected to start talking, right? The best way is to go with your gut. Go with what first comes to your mind and build on it. Right? So that's what we'll do. I'll give you a topic, and I'm going to request all of you to tell me the first sentence or first 4 words that come to your mind after listening to that topic. Yes? Now, my request is let us be brief so more of us can participate. Right? Okay. Toastmasters. Colors. Colors. Toastmasters. First thing that comes to your mind. Yes.
Life is colorful.
Life is colorful. So that's a philosophical tip. Yes.
Festival.
Festival of Holi.
Life is colorful because of roses.
Life is Toastmaster Day. Okay, cool. Yes. First 5 months. Yeah, Sundar. Colors. Color psychology.
Rainbow.
Rainbow. This is explorative. That is educative.
Emotions, various emotions.
Emotions connected to color. So you see, though this sounds like all strategy, and though we feel over table topic 2 seconds, did you get a strategy in 2 seconds? After listening to a topic, let's try again. Yes? Okay. Agnel Toastmasters. My first day at Toastmasters. My first day at Toastmasters, Agnel Toastmasters. First thing that comes to your mind. Enthusiasm.
Excited.
Excited. Mine was bewildered.
Looking for the lift.
Looking for the lift. Snacks. Snacks. No, that's no way. Making friends. Making friends. Anticipation. Humor.
Getting motivated.
Motivation. Life lesson. See, you're getting strategies.
Second.
Walk for table topics. Walk for table topics. Okay.
Didn't expect so much of work.
Didn't expect work to be done. Introspective. She's looking back and she's talking. Are you seeing that when we're saying all these things, we're already formulating strategies. We are already formulating what has been put on the slide. Maybe we're not giving it names. Yes? We do a little more practice. Can I have a volunteer on stage? Okay, this is another way that you could look at a past, present, and future or something. Saying, let us take a mobile phone thing. Few years ago, you wouldn't have had a mobile phone. Few years later, maybe you will not need a mobile phone. You will have some kind of a chip embedded, chip embedded, and we could use something like that could also work. Can we? Thank you. We'll have a few more topics. I'm taking these strategies, etc., off so that we don't turn into a comparison. Yes, next speaker. Yes, Toastmaster. Yes. Toastmaster James. What I loved about school the most. What I loved about school the most, Toastmaster James.
I loved about school. I studied in a very different place. I studied in Bihar, and my parents were Malayalis. I too am Malayali, but I was raised in Bihar. I almost became a Bihari. And biggest problem growing up in Bihar in a school with Malayali parents was that you could find yourself that you are different from the other people around you. That was the biggest challenge for me while growing up. Till the time I was say 8th or 9th, when I almost became a Bihari. So that was the transition that happened. So people who can't teach you Hindi to a school where you go and everyone is abusing you in Hindi. So that was my stage. So growing up, initial years were difficult because of multiple language issues, which later on I understood as an adult that you have a different language at home and a different language in school. So it results in a child to get into a reserved mode where he doesn't react much. So this is something which happened there. But later on, once I got to know the group in say by 8th, 9th standard, and you are like adolescent child, and you get the hang of how to manage other kids, then it was all easy. And then it's when actually friends started forming, and then I went to Karnataka for my engineering, and at that time it was all set. So growing up till say 15 adults as when you count your childhood, I would say till 12 or 13 years of age, I had a lot of difficulty communicating. And after that, they actually opened up. So my childhood, I would say initially it was very difficult, but then I got the hang of how things should be.
What's the story used? What was the strategy? Past, present, and future. He spoke about school there and how he understood why language was a problem. Without knowing, we're using these strategies. Okay, alternate. Okay, come.
Best days in school.
Best days in school,
All the mission.
all the mischief. I'm just getting scared of those first of all.
Talk about how boarding school changed my life.
How boarding schools changed my life. That is a cause and effect. You see, we were using stories so far. Suddenly, Toastmaster Solomon is using cause and effect. What else? What else? Alternative.
Maths.
So you know, this one. Any alternative? Triangular engines covered this. Finding the resist over school, I can give a personal story, experience can be twisted. Come on. From experience, I will tell you. A table topic which has a lot of meat is easier to give. A table topic like failure is the stepping stone to success is a nightmare. You won't know what to talk for you. Twist? No? Okay, let's have our next speaker. Next table topic speaker. Who's coming? No one? Okay. Those first one morning. So what I'll go next. I'm going to use you to demonstrate something. That's got pure mobility. Praise the Lord. Toastmaster Padma. My life in a nutshell. My life in a nutshell, Toastmaster Padma.
My life in a nutshell. So, I was born in a place called Shanghai in 1973. I raised there. I enjoyed my childhood, no studying, just running around here and there. The campus was nice. Most of the time I was out of the home. But sometimes it's weird. I enjoyed with my friends, first time climbing on the trees, or playing cricket, or maybe playing cards, or maybe what we call cat. So I enjoyed my childhood moment. But suddenly my father got retired in 1987 or 1920. So there are no friends, nothing. So suddenly I went to so around 2 years, nothing but my life changed from going around the trades to concentrating my studies. So nothing to do outside from my study. So 3 years I spent in my native place. So in fact that was a good thing because I was concentrated on my study and that's why I could go what I wish to my architecture. Then I came to Pune for architecture and that was the first time I came out of my home. And that was I think best time of my life. 5 years I enjoyed just going around the place, not attending college, just restaurant and maybe going to movies. Then after completion of architecture, next day I came to Mumbai. Mumbai, I joined one firm. I worked there for some time. Then left that company. Then joined my friends. Worked there for 6 years. Then left that company. I started my organization in 2017. Still there. I'm enjoying my own firm. So that is all of everything in nutshell.
like this is something all of us have done icebreaker speech on. Okay. This is something we can talk for 6 minutes on. You have only 2. And there has to be a message, a takeaway, or a point to your speech. This is a real challenge. A topic which is expansive and you have a lot to talk about. When we go, the idea is to pick one thing and call that the nutshell of your life. So, Toastmaster Padma's take was an autobiographical take. Can there be another take? Alternate take. We'll go with the guest first. Toastmaster Solomon.
Play on the word nut. All the nutty things. The nuttiest thing I did.
Whoa, what is that? He's dissected. He's gone into the title, taken out a word, a strategy. Yes, yes.
Particular incident, here's somebody of
One particular incident, a pivotal point, was first happened. Yes, first.
what I was thinking is about my family. Yes, I'm not with my family and my life is like
My life is my family. So you bring various characters, but when you have time for it to stay. Can we not study grammar, even when speak English, and that's the reason I'm your right. Paradox, irony in your life. So you pick one point of paradox and irony and you connect it to the present. This is past, present, and future. Yes. More strategies. Yes, anyone here? Alternate take. First message with
Well, think about that one word that is highlight of my life and take a philosophical
Take one word and you dissect.
yeah, but let's not take it.
Dissect what Toastmaster Solomon did. He dissected the topic and he took a word out of that and he got it, right? What Toastmaster did there is that she's taken a word that is outside of the topic, but she's made that the pivot and taken a philosophical route to it. You see, all those strategies look like nice Angreji, but they're actually things we do. So nothing out of the blue. Any other more alternative? Or should we go for the next speech? As promised, Toastmaster Solomon. Right with the time. The time is of the Toastmaster Solomon. Creation. Creation, Toastmaster Solomon.
I was supposed to be the example. I don't know at the end of it whether you think of me as example or something. Don't we have enough of them as Toastmasters? Creation. We have to create things out of thin air. This lady, I don't know if she's an angel or a demon. Giving me this kind of a subject to speak where I have no clue what to say, but still I have to say something. So I will create out of the fabric of my mind something completely out of folklore so that you may think that I am talking sense. Oh, I may completely I may completely deceive you. And you may receive a message that I never intended in the first place. Creation. It's easy. So what? We create so many things every day. We create confusion. I'm an expert at that. We create problems. I'm an even bigger expert at that. And finally, we create solutions for such crazy subjects given by our wonderful Sangeeta Shruti. Thank you very much.
It's a abstract topic, something that says creation. Can be anything. I'm very sorry to put you through this. I needed someone who would attempt it. Now, he has taken the word and used connotations of it and turned it into humor. That's Toastmaster Solomon's style. Alternative.
Universe.
Universe and creation. Another way to go. A philosophical take. Did we ever realize Toastmaster with their so philosophical? Every time she gets not, it take its philosophy.
Creation, you have created yourself.
You have created yourself. Self-image. Another way to go. Manifestation, some kind of philosophy or theory. Yes. Creation. Purpose of our creation. Again. What is an introspective topic? Yes.
I would have said something slightly anti what she said. I possibly would have said that I mean, all of the creation that we talk about and faith that we talk about is good.
We don't talk religion, sex, and politics in Toastmasters. That's a guideline. Destruction, creation.
Creation, destruction. She's flipped the topic. I was waiting for someone. She's flipped the topic from creation to destruction. Works? Yes, it does. As long as you're making sense, it works.
How birds create their home. How birds create their home.
Creation has seed. When you're saying birds create, someone creates.
Yes. I would have said every minute there is creation, there is destruction. And as one leads to the other. And if we are not careful what we create, if it gets destructed, there will be no meaning left.
When you go this route, there's no to go, right? In all directions. So try and have a beginning that will help you go in multiple directions. Or help you go in the direction you want. Any more alternatives? Creation. Indian rock. Can I leave my piece?
Correct. Please over.
No, that's not what we're saying. I'm not listening to you. Moving up. When you go blank, the elephant in the room. Most of us have this doubt. When you go blank while getting a technical, what do you think? It's no. The best have gone blank. Go ask them, they will tell you stories. Request the table topic master to give you the topic again. Gives you 10 seconds. You can think. Ask the audience a question. Throw it to the audience. The audience will say something and you will get an answer. Somebody did this, right? Parika did this. She threw it at you and she gave her speech most on you, what you said. If you draw a blank, this is very nice. 30 people will not draw a blank, no? Crack a joke, a PJ. Why PJ? Because not all of us are capable of cracking jokes. So it turns into a PJ. When you go blank, it is okay to blank. Faster, let's say. When you go blank, it's okay to get off the stage. What is not okay is not to try it. It's okay to blank out, it's okay to get off, it's okay to use all those strategies and still not go. It's fine. As long as we're ready to come back here the next. It happens to the best of table topic speakers. So one assignment for all of you is catch one person you think is a good table topic speaker, has won a contest somewhere, ask that person is blacked out. 9 out of 10 times, answer is going to be yes. At some point, everybody does. Now, special request of VP Education to talk about the table topic contest. I did not know any way to talk about the table topic contest except showing you the ballot. I'm not saying now there are two ways to look at this ballot. One is this helps you with the contest, this helps you win, this helps you compete. To me, this ballot is also a kind of checklist. If we have to work on these things, we are automatically going to become better table topic speakers. First is speech development. What we've been saying for a while. No matter what, no matter how much time you're talking, you need to have a beginning, a body, and a conclusion. How do you develop your speech? How logical it is? How sensible is it? Speech effectiveness. Again, what is your audience response? What is the purpose being achieved? Are you even saying something? Do you have a message? Then 2 points, that is 55% of your ballot. 2 more points is body language, voice modulation. You can have the best speech. If you are structured to delivery, it doesn't work. You're not enthusiastic, it doesn't. Now look at how things are forward and backward linked. I have a good speech. I give a structure to delivery. I have no voice modulation. Is it going to be effective? No. So each point is not isolated. They are forward and backward linked. Because if my delivery is not going to have voice modulation, I'm not going to have audience response. Right? So I'm hitting something else on the connection. It's leverage. You do one, it affects more than one. Again, voice modulation. Your voice modulation is, or you have physical appearance, you're standing in one place, you're nervous, so you're not occupying space. Is your speech development going to be relevant? Is your speech going to be effective? No, it's not. Then coming down to appropriateness. Appropriateness is how much you're sticking to the purpose. But here I have 2 pens of mine. Whatever said and done,
DJs or people judging the contest or audience are Toastmasters. Inappropriate humor, humor that is not classy, misogynist jokes may not go down well. You can have a different opinion, fine, you could try. I would recommend staying away from it in a contest. There is a time to test poison and there is a time not to. And I don't think contest is the time to test poison. So keeping humor clean, keep staying away from misogyny, sex, politics, religion helps. It will make sure your appropriateness box doesn't get a zero. Then goes to correctness, grammar, language. Language is your medium of delivery. If you are constantly getting stuck in language, if your sentences are not properly formed or broken, think about it, how smooth the flow is going to be. If you're always stuck, are you going to concentrate on your body language? If your language is not flowing or is not appropriate to what you're going to say, is it going to hit? So these are not isolated points, these are points that are going to merge into one. Yes? We'll do some practice. Next table topic, speak of this. Toastmaster Rajesh. Toastmaster Rajesh. If I became Prime Minister tomorrow, Toastmaster Rajesh.
I was encouraged to come and speak because the last slide was what happened to your bank. So it's okay to take that. So my topic is if I were to become the Prime Minister. If I were to become the Prime Minister, I would be a lot more liberal than what it is now. It would mean that all the things that I have wanted, let's say from childhood, I would try to implement that. So I would give, like I got small children, they like to miss schools sometimes. I would make it easy for them to miss schools. You have a lot of shock. So at one hand you have Armamurthy says for 80 hours work. 70 years. 70. Yeah. I would make it 4-day week. You know. Because that is what we all want, right? If you want to work for 80, I'm free to do that. That should not be no compulsion start. And I would probably bring down the kind of restrictions which are there. At the same time, on a serious note, would encourage or would formulate laws which would or policies which would encourage initiatives so that people work on their own. So it's not that by compulsion you are driving people to do something, but you should feel like you're doing it on your own. That is the incentive that would like to be. So that is the food which I would be. Thank you. Probably if you give me a chance to explain this, I'll get it. Thank you.
First Pick it out. It could have very easily gone political. If you get a topic like this, you stream clear like Toastmaster Rajesh. You either get into humor, or my take would have been to say if I became Prime Minister tomorrow, I will make sure I explore North Block, South Block, where I'm not allowed. I will go see HQ, I will go see the new parliament building in restricted areas. So you steer clear, even if the topic is sticky. Yes? Great demonstration. Alternative.
Roles and responsibilities of Prime Minister.
Roles and responsibilities of Prime Minister. She will roam around countries in that place.
Talk about great fascinations to be a Prime Minister and complain about it.
Oh, bravo, he's flipped it, you see? He's flipped the topic and still not got political mind. Talk about the Nayak. Talk about Nayak to be group take. So start with some humor that is not expected from a key Prime Minister. And then go into a big philosophy. Start humor and then go philosophy. She's interesting. Start it a bit scared. Alternative take.
We have ideas from other countries and give and take. What was it?
Okay, ideas implemented and works for their countries. Alternative. I could be still blank, but that's either PM or I will still be blank. Okay, that's a humorous case. Yes.
I will give the world class education to all the
Okay, this world class educational access to everybody in the country, right? You see, a topic can be done and dusted, a topic can be sticky, and if we think we can make it work, we can make it work within the framework. Yes? Any more speakers? Yes.
well.
No, here. Yes, it's spoken. Toastmaster Ramesh. The horrors of Mumbai. The horrors of Mumbai Toastmaster Ramesh.
Recently, she stopped talk about people getting back on stage, and I'm really getting back on stage because I really don't know what to talk about Mumbai. But horrors of Mumbai, if I have to talk about horrors of Mumbai, I remember what is the heart of Mumbai? What can you say?
Train. Like the
Local for me, it is local train. So I would like to share one horror story about me going to Virar in a local train. So it was before my marriage, and my wife is staying in Races. I was going there, and it was from Andheri. I took the train. It was a bit empty, and I thought that I will manage to get in. So I managed to get in, but as people started coming in, it was a horror story. I was sitting, I was having standing, and literally I had no way to move. And if people are looking for body gestures, in this position you cannot get any body gestures. So if I mean, this is for the judges, if they are this was a joke for the judges if they are trying to evaluate table topics. Anyway, after that, when I had to get down, I really didn't know where to get down, which side the station will come. And I was standing on the opposite side of the station. So I was asking Daisar, will you get down at Daisar? And people started hitting me please because they told me that if you want to get down at Daisar, you should be standing there. So I literally begged people to allow me to go that side. And almost from reaching here to this point, I was literally beaten up and then managed to get out somehow. And this is the horror story of me in Twitter.
This is the example of a topic where we have too much to say. You can go weather, you can go crowd, you can go local train, you can go the bus of the city, a city that thinks only about money. You can go on all day. Again, the challenge here is to pick one, stick to it. One thing that most of us should be doing is have a clear ending to a speech and hand it over. If you're picking one story, stay with it, have a conclusion and end. Yes, alternative, horrors of Mumbai. Don't get me started. Just with the say 14 seconds about the horror, but then what the city is offering could be flip the horror. So say the horrors and then say what the city offers. It's a very positive thing. What philosophy?
I want to talk about my plan to organize Mumbai Monsoon Rally featuring all the most popular Indian clubs, international rally, car rally.
Good alternative, it's scary. Very nice take, very nice take.
Incessant metro construction by managers.
Very incessant metro construction. Okay, there's a new grip. See, it's not your weather, crowd, or local train. New grip, that works too.
Pricing of prices.
Price of price. Price.
Price of flats. Somebody is paying the real estate market. Alternative. Gentlemen, bravo.
Whereas after taking so many hours like long last and
See a twist again. He's saying resilience. So horrors, but Mumbai still runs despite the horrors. So one way of flipping would be to say resilience despite, in spite of is one flip. Yes, but is another flip, which Vidya used. She took that and said but, and she took the opposite kind. Brilliant. And yes, this was my number. Horror finding a roommate or friend. This is a youngster tale. You see, you can get all kinds of takes when you see. One more table topic speaker. Yes, question.
Yeah, this sorry.
No, specific to
Let's see how raise that.
Yes, what? Toastmaster Nisha. Household work that I hate. Household work that I hate, Toastmaster Nisha. Thank you for that wonderful topic. First to second, I have loads of them. I have to pick up one.
So, for me, when I started my journey as a wife and a mother, so cooking was the last thing in my mind. I used to always think that cooking is a part that I have to keep awake, and restaurant is very good for me. Enjoying going around, having movies, chats, meeting with my friends, relatives, everything is all good. But when I was a mother and I got two children, that is the time I realized there is no escape from this. But slowly, when I started going into that field and understanding why education is so important, cooking is so important, and cooking at home is so important. Understanding the nutrition value of your children, your parents, your family, it's so important that you have a healthy, wholesome meal. And that is where I got so innovative and learning skills, even from my mates, cooks, and everyone relatives. So that gave me a very good idea, and I think so. My recipes have been taken away and carried away by everyone of my family and even outside my family. That this is the best cooking material you are having, and that is what you are using. So that is what initially, which was I was a seed, now I am become a master. Thank you, Toastmasters.
What flip was this? In spite of. I hate it and flip. Alternative. That was one of the reasons I became impact. Horror of household work, I didn't want to get married. So she's turned it into a what is a thought process or some experience learned. Alternative.
That was why I got
Why is not married? Same thing coming to this. Anybody doubts he's the HSC champion? Just for saying they're not to be interested in doing home chores. So that is the positive side of not doing it. It's not bad. Okay, it's not a horror, she says. I'm not interested in home chores. Okay. But it's okay if you're not. It's okay not to be interested. So she said it's okay for it to be a horror. You see, this is a flip, but this is not flipped it upside down. This is taken the topic, co-opted it, and taken it into a different direction. It's a tough thing to do, a beautiful thing to do with table topics.
I've been waking up during the match because I wash utensils.
Washing utensils and dreading waking up during the pandemic. Very made to God. I mean that's very made is also impossible.
Strategic outfits.
Strategic of
Get it done.
why the make is called strategic. Anyone alternatives?
Designing a robot to do host.
Fantasy. Fantasy. No, I would have said toast. Deepak would have given that. Inventing a robot to do such things. I would have said horrors of housework that AI does all the creative stuff today and I do all the mundane chores. That is the real horror of housework. That would have been my take. Anyone? No? Everything we learn or accumulate should become knowledge themselves. And everything we learn, accumulate, and turns into knowledge should get distilled into wisdom. So I would like to leave you with wisdom. Don't worry, not mine. I'm not that cool. What's my to do? No, can we go to the next slide? Yes, please. BP is practically, just yes. So, Michelle, quickly, we don't have time. Then you don't show here. Somebody wants to come, alternate it. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yes. Tell me.
Yes.
Tell me.
I just have a taking with us to meet the board stage.
Come on. More the better.
That's why it's like
कितने टाइम में टेबल टॉपिक हो जाएगा तब तक तो A friend who got me into trouble. A friend who got me into trouble, Toastmaster lesson.
Okay. So, a friend who got me into trouble. I generally don't have any such life story of my friend getting into trouble, but I have one story in which I got my friend into trouble. So, we were partying in our club, me and my friend, let's say Omkar, we both were partying in a club. He had some dances and drinks and whatever, and he was planning to approach one person, one individual. So, but obvious, like going in on youngster day, he asked me to meet the wingman. So when I approached the person as a wingman, I didn't speak about Omkar, but instead I spoke about myself, trying my chance. But unfortunately, I was not able to succeed over there, and it got all vanished. Yeah, that would be my take for getting a friend into trouble. Thank you.
Before we close down and go on the wisdom group, I am open to taking questions. Anyone from the audience just must for the context, what works better? Humor, art, and motivation, or inspiring. What comes to you quickly and you can carry off with confidence works better. If your forte is like Toastmaster Solomon, humor works better. If like me, it's not your forte, don't force it. I would recommend not force. It comes across if you do. Right now, I know there's a lot of climate of humor going on. Any more queries, questions? It is like not getting much. Please refer for the reasons. Any more questions? Anything I can answer?
I do have, I do have a question. Secondly, what this was but yes. So humor is quite, it's a thin line, right? The if it's going to be inappropriate or appropriate. How do you find that? Because sometimes what he, just giving you an example again, what he said might be inappropriate to someone else. So,
If in doubt, abstain.
and I,
If in doubt, abstain. If you think this may be inappropriate to someone, don't say it. Simple. Like I said, there's a place to test poison and contest is not the place to test it. So if you feel it may be inappropriate, don't go there. That's why humor is a very difficult skill. So I had an experience when I was on a topic about the next thing comes to you when you go out the conference. So now I flip to the top. And it was probably I don't remember. So it's only me who flipped the top and probably that didn't work out. So how do you suggest that how intense okay, first and foremost contest results are based on the jury. You don't know what works for they do. Maybe your speech worked, somebody else was better. Because it's about competing. And if you feel your speech didn't work, why did you say it didn't work? What makes I was probably only the one who flipped the topic and the rest everybody was going with the topic. That's my analyzation actually again. No, I would say in a contest, it is not about who flips, doesn't flip. If you can carry it away, you can carry it. The jury is not, there is nothing on the balance sheet which says topic, flip, don't flip. If it's effective, properly constructed, body language, it has spoken what I need to go through. So it is not about one, and nobody is giving you comparative marks. They're giving you marks, forgetting about you, listening to the next person. So I would say if you can carry it off, anything else. Cooperative or being carried off.
I think it's there's no time as such. It's going on. That's what it's right. So,
The timer will take out your time. If you get disqualified, the chief judge will just strike your name off.
Well, a judge, if the person is booked.
VJs cannot judge you basis time because VJs are sitting behind and the timer is sitting here. Now ask Toastmaster Dheeraj or Vidya, they can't really see the timer cards unless they stray.
That is why I'm saying suppose I just keep for 1 meter.
Okay, let me get, okay, I think I get it. If I speak for 3 minutes, will I be more effective than a person who spoke for 1.5 hours? If I speak for 3 minutes and get the best speech of my life and got disqualified, क्या फर्क पड़ता है about marks or not? Isn't it? So take up your entire 2.5 minutes which is available to you. If you're going to cross time, you could be the best speaker, you will be disqualified. Didn't that happen in the World Public Speaking Championship? Think about it that way. Giving the best speech important. If you get disqualified, nothing matters. So even if you impress the teachers, people they'll come and tell you brilliant. What else can they do?
What I was saying about is others were sticking to what they were given versus actually living the topic. So, in a competitive environment, the jury looked at how a speaker is doing justice to the given topic, then would take it somewhere else.
Doing justice to the topic is not sticking to the topic, is being relevant to the topic. You can flip the topic and still be relevant to it. What did Toastmaster Vidya flip? Horrors of Mumbai, but the city runs. Horrors of Mumbai, but this is good about Mumbai. You flip the topic, if you can carry it off, it's still appropriate.
Got to be
So if you flip the topic, you're still on the topic, right? You've not gone somewhere else. You're still on the topic, but you're saying no instead of saying yes. One of our strategies is to go for or against. So if you go against, carry it off. Just don't go irrelevant. Horrors of Mumbai, don't stop talking about Bangalore. That doesn't work. Unless you can bring it back and connect it to how that city is also becoming a Mumbai. So if you can do that, that works. So when you even model English classes, in particular topic, you suggest multiple examples of real life stories to one particular thing that you tell them you have 2 minutes, you need to make a point, you need to be remembered, what would you do? Because not getting the concept on one probably one. What are your answer? You would either stick to one. If you can't, you would take another. Maybe you would not take multiple. And which must be short.
Interesting.
Make it short.
Yeah. So a couple of weeks ago, volunteered for one of these talking sessions. I was not with the subject, but just I didn't have any knowledge regarding it. So the topic was who was giving you the worst financial advice? And I just stumbled on about something and it was to me and it was probably one of the worst things that I. So what do you think I have done in such situation?
Alternative. Topic is
The worst financial
advice. Alternative. First one to not to participate.
About you be careful in choosing your advisors.
Be careful in choosing your advisors. I would have gone Mahabharata route said Duryodhana and Arjuna both listen to advisors. One listened to Shakuni, the other listened to Krishna.
What do you know?
How do you connect?
That is the worst happened in
That is the worst financial advice I got. Brilliant, brilliant. See, you take anything if you can connect worse. Alternative. Research on your own self. Yes. You get some of that financial advice. I'm starting on stage. So these are the ways you get a topic. You don't know, use a strategy. Ask the audience. Go with a story. Connect something else to the topic. Works. Worst comes to worst, give the takeaway mustard dirty look and go. That also works. Moving on, like I said, we will end the topic with some wisdom, not mine, my mentors. When you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not. There are days you will give good table topics. There are days you will come up on stage and give bad table topics. There are days you will think you've given a good table topic and not win. Doesn't matter. Just go on. Sometimes you succeed, sometimes you fail. It's okay, he says. It takes time and practice. And it takes time and practice to know when to stop something that has been going on for a while. And I am going to practice that and bring the session to a close. That was our prepared session on impromptu speeches. Thanks for all your participation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta Shruti, for that lively and informative educational session today. Now we move on to the next segment, which is break. There will be a 10 minutes breaks and you can have snacks outside of the. We'll meet back in the.
So, thank you.
Postmaster issue for 3 minutes 40 seconds.
Like so busy writing.
2 minutes 40 seconds. 40. Okay. Our Postmaster Kavita 2 minutes 25 seconds. Postmaster Desai 2 minutes 5 seconds. Postmaster Padapani 2 minutes 15 seconds. Postmaster Solomon 2 minutes 10 seconds. Okay. Postmaster Rajesh 1 minute 50 seconds. Okay. Postmaster 40 seconds. 1 minute 40. Okay. Postmaster Dharmesh took 1 minute 40 seconds. 1 minute 40 seconds again. Yes. Postmaster Nisha 1 minute 20 seconds. Postmaster Ajay 50 seconds. 15. What I did. Then I use it. Instead. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sanjeev, for your diverse report. The three prepared speeches, speaker and payment of the speaker explain disqualified. Moving on, continuing the theme, the art of quick thinking. Quick thinking is an essential skill, especially in situations when we don't have the luxury of time. Why? Let me give you a most relevant example over here. All of us have given job interviews, right? Yes or no? Yes. When you are having a job interview or an impromptu conversation, it matters the most how you respond. Makes the major difference. Your selection or your rejection. Moving on, I would like to call someone who's an HR professional and our general evaluator for the today. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Vidya. Right.
Welcome to one of the most important aspects of a Toastmasters meeting. What is that? Evaluation. Evaluation and feedback. It's not about, oh, you did wrong. Oh, you did wrong this year. It's about appreciating the work and trying to find out best way of doing things or better ways of doing things so that we improve and grow. Like a typical Toastmasters meeting, this section is divided into 3 parts. Which are those? First is individual evaluation of prepared speeches, report by tactic, and then evaluation of the meeting as a whole. So shall we start? Okay, before that, I would like to say the evaluation and feedback shared. It's not just for the speakers or the role players. Everyone in the audience will benefit because we can become a better speaker and role players, not just in Toastmasters, even outside. So please be attentive. So let's start with the first part of the evaluation section, that is individual evaluation of prepared speeches. For that, I would like to call the first evaluator who has inspired us with her passion for improving as a speaker and was third place in area contest for evaluation, which is a big achievement. Over to you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Goodman. How many introverts here? Please raise your hands. And we don't like to ask questions. That's the way where I will give to master
Shashank. The way you deliver your story, I can relate to that and plus message. Because we set boundaries. When someone asks you many questions. So I'm going to value your speech. First, three things which I like the most. First, you started your speech with a question. So you grab the audience attention. And that was indirect. Second, personal story. Every story has its own message, which related to the title of research. And that also connected with the audience. So the first story itself has a message, second also message. Third, message in your speech. First, that going without something you can do, then it will be dangerous for it. And second one was space and understanding help you to evolve the relationship. So you have to stop somewhere by asking questions. So you go to your speech with the purpose. And many congratulations for that. You are you completed your project successfully. With that, I'm going to give you two ways. First one is that when you ask a question, wait for the response. How many of you don't like to ask questions? Just raise your hands. Wait for a response. And then start with your story. Second, you talk about double-edged sword. And you share those stories on kind you got into trouble. So you have to share one positive story where you can achieve something with the help of university and other where you got into the trouble. So it makes sense for the audience. Overall, great storytelling, audience engagement was there, and you have delivered your speech with a message. Just ask, whenever you ask a question, wait for the response, and when you give some message, every point is to sides or sides. With that, I'm just going to tell you, don't stop asking questions, because curiosity has extra reason of existing. Back to the
Since it's the theme is impromptu and you're taking one word for Toastmasters as a law. So thank you. I like to call upon the second evaluator, who is a senior Toastmaster, not by age because of the experience in Toastmasters, who have played a crucial role in growth of this game. So I would like to welcome distinguished Toastmaster.
To evaluate the speech by Toastmaster Ramesh. When you are picking up a speech topic, how do you choose a speech topic? Especially if you're tackling something as difficult as it. I think Toastmaster Rajesh did the absolutely right thing. Pick a topic which resonated with him, which he enjoyed delivering, which he enjoyed thinking about, which he enjoyed writing his. So very good topic selection about age, about growing old, the fun part of growing old and the things which are not so funny about it. So top marks for selecting my topic and choosing this particular speech. Good job for you. Growing old can be funny and growing old can be painful. And he's combined both the funny and the painful to create a very nice, interesting speech. Few things which I liked about your speech and your delivery. You have a very clear voice. You stand up clearly in front of the audience. You connect with the audience. So eye contact is good. The voice is audible. Body language is positive. So these are all positives to have in your delivery, which is very good and you can build on them. I like the use of humor in the speech, which is the final objective of your entire path, in fact. The humor was very gentle, very nice jokes. Some landed, some didn't. That always happens in the humor speech. But it was very nice and a lot of chuckles here, some laughs here. So that's how speech is supposed to be entertaining and supposed to be fun. None of the humor was offensive or any on the edge. So that's really important, considering the audience. But few marks on that is. And the poem at the end was a lovely touch. I think it was a very beautiful poem, very funny poem, which I think you all enjoyed and closed your speech in a very high note. So kudos to you all. Overall, a very nice, well delivered speech. Of course, for improvement, I have a few points which you can use for your next speech. In the beginning, you cracked also opened with a joke, and then you went on to the next joke. So somewhere I felt that we missed out what the speech was about.
So it would be nice if you would tell the audience that I'm going to talk about so and so, because it's written in a funny way. But I was like wondering for almost a minute, I was wondering what is he talking about? What is the subject of this speech? And it's not a good idea to leave the audience in suspense. So that's one thing. Tell the audience what you're going to do. So you get off to a proper start. Second thing, I saw the jokes. They were there one after the other. But what was missing was a common thread. So you can, the jokes were independent of their own and they didn't feel connected. So you have to build a narrative. For a future humorous speech, very important to connect a narrative. You did that very well in the second part where you talked about the benefits of growing. There the narrative was very well connected. The jokes were connected. First part where you were talking about what not so good parts you were doing, the narrative was not connected with. So what we call transitions, what we call going from one thing to the other, that's how we include. One important point in humor speech is very important audience interaction. That was completely missing in your speech. So asking questions, making jokes with the audience, especially in humor speech, very important. You have to put that into your speech because you just can't put a ball here and fill your speech only here and expect the audience to engage with it. You have to engage with the audience as well. Just by asking simple closed off questions, yes or no, do you agree or don't agree, that kind of questions, negates. Lastly, I love the poem at the end, but I don't know whether you got the time trouble or what. It was a little rushed. If you had taken your time and delivered the poem in nice, computer, much better. Overall, a very good job. I really like the way you were delivering your speeches, the humor, you're bringing in a lot of good stuff. All the best to you. Look forward to listening to you.
Onward to me. अपने पैर में कुल्हाड़ी मारना. So we are done with the first section. Now let's move to the second part, that is report by our faculty. Important people, they are listening carefully to us and ready with their report to show. So let me first call the timer of the day, Toastmaster Sandeep, to share the timing of the evaluators. You can come here and show.
Phone number of the Punjab Prefecture. Statistics, 36. Toastmaster on with 3 minutes, 48 seconds.
Okay, one word for today's meeting.
Was
Fantastic. Thank you so much for this. Please, I would like to call upon the R counter. Just yes. Sharing the R counter. Thank you.
So, the role for our counting, as I already have told you, all the filler words and this. So, if I have to bracket it into, say, somebody who benefits, commit this for even a single time. I would say for the duration of speech, Shangita Shruti has given. She has an excellent job. I had to try and not find any bars or ones. But that was really good of you. Third that you were and when comfortable speaking with people. Then, of course, comes 1 to 4. 1 to 4 is something like a people who comment here and there a little. And most of the people, I will say, I mean, almost all of it, other than just one person, is within that bracket, 1 to 4. One is like them as phobia, SR. So there are many ones, and 2 or 3 and 4 are also there, but I would still rate them as good. The only person I found who has committed more than that is Sugar. Okay, but Sugar, I would like to tell you one thing. Counting these things is one thing. There is a job that to count these things. But if I rate among all these speakers, the time that you spent here, at least
you were engaging person. You were engaging with your body language. You were like communicating with people. So even if there's a lot of us, there's a lot of scope to improve when you will do that. So that was the support.
Word for your role.
A lot of work. I never thought.
Thank you so much. Now let me call upon Toastmaster Parita, Romanian. Please. So today it felt like I was taking classes, vocabulary classes from Shashi Karu. And I have almost a page full of good usage words and idioms and thoughts. I'm sure you all know we have Samhita Shruti over here, is a master of vocabulary, and she made my technical spirit here and there all around. So to start with good usage words, resilience, manifest, humiliated, abundant, indulged, squalid, enormous, prevalent, embodied, apparent, bewildered, formulating, distilled, crucial, done and dusted, in parts and bits, be curious, be curious, be wise, to try to test poison, elephants in the room. I have two pens with me, over the moon, bite the bullet. A failure is a stepping stone to success. Plethora of good words and idioms given by all of you today, rather. Super. Going ahead, speakers and role players who used WOD, POD are Dheeraj has used WOD, Ajay has used WOD, and Shubham has used
What's the word? Word of the word.
word of the day. Yes, WOD is the word of the day, and the word of the day spontaneous is being used by Dheeraj, Ajay, and Shubham. The phrase of the day, roll with the punches, is being used by Samhita Shruti and Dheeraj again. There were hardly any grammatical errors. Maybe I was really engrossed with the table topic session, so I didn't maybe make out. But two of which I could find were there was a mispronunciation of the word era. It was pronounced era. Next is there was a speaker who was talking about his hands. He said it was started bleeding. Should be it started bleeding. Thank you so much for your discussions. Word for yourself. Sparkling. Oh. The second section is also over. Let's go with the third part, that is evaluation of the meeting as a whole. So I'll first start with talking about the role players and how they did during the meeting. I'll start with the sergeant at arms. He started with a smile as usual, and the meeting started with a bang because of that. He was very enthusiastic while doing his role. He was even creative. He brought something new to that script that we have. He didn't read the script, that is a good thing. He had in his mind. The instructions were proper and the mission statement was given very nicely. He even distributed the feedback slips before the meeting started. So that's a good thing. So only one feedback. If you're having something creative in your script, be a little more prepared in that part. But it's good to have something creative in your script. That's good. The presiding officer's job is a very crucial one. Limited time, but we have to set the tone of the meeting and be motivating and inspiring, and very well done by our presiding officer, Toastmaster Dheeraj. It was encouraging and motivating. He, like 6 months, he's talking about taking expo notes. That's really great so that people can, we as members can plan. So very good thought on bringing this topic to right 6 months. Only one thing, if we can keep a little more concise so that timing part we can ensure, but though it was not that long, but this thing has to be determined. Now we'll go with the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ajay. Okay. Great theme. And why great theme? Because the entire meeting was linked with but that one theme. We had that session, so I don't know who thought for that, but well executed. You brought that theme. Again, enthusiastic. You had it was very engaging because you started with an activity. So people were engrossed from the start. So very good and very good activity. You introduced all the role players very well. So that was a good job. Few feedback that you started you talking about the theme very late. Like you did some activity, but talking about the theme was towards the later part. The starting was just few sentences and then you went into the activity. You didn't speak much about the theme. Okay, it's good to keep it concise so that we are maintaining the time. But still, I would have liked if the theme was shared from the start itself. That's the only thing. Now, about Brahmanian Pantha. Spontaneously, you took the roads to look for that and you read the script very well. The instructions were very clear. Good examples that you presented for both word of the day and each phrase of the day, which came. So it was really good. One thing that you could have done is that share them if someone uses word of the day and phrase of the day. Encourage them by showing concepts. That part was missing. People who don't know yes can know about this. Otherwise, very well done. Now, our counter Toastmaster JS, first time doing the old skill instructions, and the instructions were given very properly. Few suggestions. Give report of everyone who has come on the stage. So rather than summarizing it, because every individual would like to know how they are in that scale. So rather than summing it up, quickly give a report to everyone who had come from the stage, starting from the sergeant. Okay? And stick to what is your role as an account. So if your role is to share what is the R's and R's from that rather than giving them feedback of how they did as a speaker. So stick to your role because we are assigned for that. But otherwise, as a first timer, very good job. Toastmaster Sangeet as timer. Very nicely, he gave all the instructions. He was creative also in his script. That was a very good thing that you did. Okay, within the time limit that one should. Okay, so it's not just the script that you read, you added something, which I always suggest to all the role players, even if it is a timer or grammarian, because we get a chance to speak here. So apart from this, within the time limit, try to be a little more creative on that. About the prepared speeches, great speeches. The first speaker, the highlight was examples, stories. So the speech was completely with full of examples. One feedback, of course, you have got feedback, but continuous movement of stage. I felt there was like too much of movement. For Toastmaster Rajesh, highlight was creative in humor. That creativity you brought in humor. A recommendation would be a little bit of working on the delivery so that humor lands to the audience. Talking about the educational session. Whom could we have better than the champion who played a crucial role in getting our division to the finals and winning the finals? It was very informative, innovative, interactive, engaging, and I like the format. So normally what happens is we have a session and then we have the table topics. It was really creative format where within the session you had the speeches, table topic speeches. Plus it was very interactive and engaging. I think so almost everyone got the chance to participate. So that was a very good way of covered almost every even the ballot and the contest part. Only one thing that I felt was individual feedback to those who came on the stage. I know if there was time constraint, maybe you can give it to them later on about how what they can do better. But everyone got a chance. That's really great. Evaluation, great evaluations. I know we have veterans and senior Toastmasters giving evaluation. It was great feedback. Only two things in general, as a evaluator, we are again speaking. So it's a speech. So two things, be a little loud, okay, so that people at the end and you also as a speaker are heard. And the second is being on time and the stage movement. Like even not just standing at place, even as an evaluator, engage with the audience. That are the things, two things that I tell. You know, as the meeting as a whole, the meeting started at 5:01. So which is like even if it is just 1 minute late, starting on time 5 is an achievement. So even if people have not come, whatever it is, let's try to start at 5 so that we feel that achievement that yeah, we started at 5. Some devices were not muted. It was not ringing, but the message or that SMS voice was coming, which was distracting initially. So please ensure everything is muted, not just the ringing part, but even the message tones. And let's ensure that after every speech, 1 minute silence is maintained. So, and but then we have other Toastmasters to remind us. So great, Sangeeta, Shruti, and Gaurav for that. I would request Sergeant at Arms to have few slips in hand so that people who join later, you are aware that they have come late, they don't have the slips. So you can give them those slips. So please keep them handy with you so that you can ensure everyone gets that. Word of the day and phrase of the day when we are using it. So not just the prevalent, we as audience should ensure that we encourage them by showing the thumbs up. I felt that many times we missed encouraging them. We didn't show the thumbs up. It's good to volunteer for table topics, but I would request all the non-role players to participate. We had a lot of role players participating. So I would request non-role players to participate for table topics. That is the chance you get on stage. So I request even role players to give them a chance. And I would request guests to participate. It is again your chance to come and explore the stage. Please ensure to shake hands when you come and you leave the stage. This is a protocol of Toastmaster. We take it very seriously. Please take care of that. Another thing is that when we are on stage and we shake hand and we move out of the stage, we please ensure that we don't cross or we cover that speaker. If we are going on opposite side, go from behind so that we are not covering that speaker. That is one thing we need to ensure. No abbreviations. Okay, full form when we are on the stage. When we are not on the stage while discussing, we can use, like for example, a WOD. We should use word of the day, phrase of the day, a Toastmaster of the day, Sergeant at Arms. Request everyone to be attentive. This has been shared earlier also. I've heard that. So whenever we are in the meeting, avoid mobiles too much. Sometimes referring to mobiles is okay, but too much of is distracting. You are also getting distracted and others are also getting distracted. See, use too much in mobile. Timer duty is not just that speeches. Okay, this is not for you everyone. But for the entire meeting also, one should ensure that like the break and everything, whether it is on time. So timers should not just time the speeches, but also how the meeting is going. One request, because I am getting this opportunity, we should change the snacks. Because now I'm getting the opportunity, so I'll share my evaluation on that. Yeah, I brought last time. Okay. So next, let's try new snacks rather than samosas. Some pakoras also. Some healthy snacks sometimes. Healthy but tasty. So we can try on other options rather than just samosa. And one request, final request. Yeah, that is permanent. But I request everyone to please come for the meeting. Like it was at the start, it was disheartening to see just few benches filled, but then later on, yes, now it's okay. So even if you're late, please come. But it feels nice when the house is full. And even if you're not a role player, please come because you will anyways know. So that is my request. With that, thank you. Over to the Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vidya, for that excellent evaluation. I have one last quick 2 minutes of activity. This is what I call a first thought game. Can you guys engage in that, please? Yes or no? Yes. So I'll demonstrate. So it goes like, let's say if I ask pizza or burger, you don't have to give it a second thought. You just have to choose one. Let's say if I ask myself, pizza or burger, I would say pizza. Why? Because I like it in only in one line. Sure. So I'll ask you one question. You don't. Sorry. You can give a reason in one liner if you like to. If you don't, it is totally fine. Okay? Everyone understood the game, right? You look a bit confused. Let's start with you. Toastmaster Sangeeta show. Finance or economics?
Economics, my first level.
Toastmaster Amrita. Yoga or meditation?
Yoga is a part. Meditation.
Toastmaster Vidya. Dance or bad? I am coming to that. Dance or bad?
Party, which dance is it?
DTM rock.
Continue.
Coffee or chai and bad? Why? Because you like what I say, we have got blood and these things. Last round of activity with our president, Toastmaster Dheeraj.
Yeah,
You don't have, I have a series of questions, 4 questions. You just have to select one option. You just have to select one option. You don't have to give any reason. You just have to select one option without giving a second thought. Anything. Sort of like a rapid fire question. Mountains or beaches?
Beaches.
Don't give it a second thought, please.
Beaches.
Mountains or beaches?
Beaches.
Cats or dogs?
Cats.
XCOM or not being an XCOM?
XCOM.
Wife or why are you waiting for the second option?
Next.
So conclude our today's theme. I believe when everyone of us leaves the room, we are 1% better in our thinking skills, given the excellent educational session and all the activities and the theme. With this, I would like to hand over to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Dheeraj.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, for such an engaging session. I was thinking a thought was already in the question as this. Mother.
Say it, but
Thank you, General Manager, for such a detailed feedback. Now, this is a polling session. Choose the best role players among the speaker, evaluators, auxiliary role players, and main role players, and also the table master. I request Sachin and Arms to please launch the polls. Meanwhile, we have a guest in the meeting. Let's have a quick round of introduction. Tell me your name, what do you do, and how you get to know about Agnel Toastmasters. Yes.
can I say
Yeah, yes. Okay.
my name is Arif. I live with Navi and I was Accenture. And I wanted to improve my public speaking and communication, so I was searching on the internet. Yes, the name of the
Thank you. Thanks for joining us. We have 3 new members and we will be doing the installation of these members. I request Sashikant, Jayas, and Sandeep to please come on the stage for the installation. Membership in Toastmaster is a privilege, and the only way to gain the benefits of the program is to actively participate. Do you Toastmasters, Sandeep, Shikant, and Jesse promise to attend club meetings regularly and prepare for all your duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, so I
Now I ask the same question from the members of Agnel Toastmaster Club. Do you members of Agnel Toastmaster Club pledge to support three of them in their quest for self-development and promise make their Toastmaster membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience?
Yes.
Congratulations on three of you are. Yeah. So as a token of gratitude and appreciation from the club, I request the leader to be moving one minute. Thank you. I learned a very important thing from this table topic from the session. And when you go plan what to do, just flip the situation. Change the scenario. Give you an example. Like suppose your wife is angry on you, and she is shouting on you. You know, flip the situation. Turn that anger into love. Say, "Gusse में भी सुंदर लगती हो." I will try. Okay, so there is a Toastmaster of the month for the month of November and October. For the month of November, I request Toastmaster Rajesh to please come on the stage. Helping is a buddy to the Vice President Public Relationship. And when our treasurer Vinay was not able to continue the duty because of some other activity, he took over as a treasurer also. Although we have not yet installed him doing the next meeting. So he is so much supportive member. You all can see in the WhatsApp group. Thank you for that. Honestly, please participate in that. It's something that makes everyone. You keep doing it, they have it's not that you have to do it daily. But when possible, please do participate. Really forward for participate. Month of the month or the month of October is our team or Toastmaster again. Toastmaster again gets promoted and he helps us in all possible way. Never said no to any activity we have get it from. There's a few announcements to make. Our next meeting is on 7th of December. That will be a regular meeting. On 21st of December, we have an educational session on international speech contest by Ramanathan sir. And all the new members who have joined recently are requested please select their pathway, discuss it with your mentor, and choose the pathway which best suits you. Okay, are we ready with the course?
Yes, that's right.
So guesses for best auxiliary role player? Who was the best auxiliary role player?
3 guesses.
Among yes.
Yeah.
Out of the three, who won the best auxiliary role player? Quick guesses, spontaneous, quick thinking. Gravity and Toastmaster. Even if she takes the role impromptu, she will the best role play. Last time also she was a speaker and she got the best speaker. Best role player. It's obvious. Best role player goes to the master.
What can go without Praveer's permission?
Guesses for best ever topic speaker.
Like,
So,
sort of what I'm doing.
Toastmaster. Best evaluator among the two, Toastmaster Ron and Toastmaster Amrita.
Obviously,
What do you have to do on something?
It's what?
Yeah.
And the last best speaker. Guesses?
Thank you.
Now I officially close the meeting and will do.